there, I'm Julie Broad of Revenue.com and author of More Than Cash Flow, The Real Risks and Rewards of Profitable Real Estate Investing. Have you picked up a copy of my book yet? I'm starting to get lots of comments from people who've received it, and it's awesome and exciting. If you love the book, please post a review on Amazon.ca or .com. I would be so grateful. Now, today I have a question that came in from one of our readers who's interested in taking our Raising Money workshop, which is happening in Toronto more recently as I'm filming this video. And she's basically saying that she's seen a lot of speakers speak, she's taken a lot of courses, and she finds that she either knows it all already, or she could have just learned it all from a book. So her question to me was basically, am I going to take your course and find out at the end of it that I could have learned it all from a book? Or that I already know it? So I kind of have two answers to this question. One is, if you are, attending courses and you find that you already know it, then there's a couple of things that I suggest. One is, if you know it, why aren't you out there doing it? So you probably should be asking yourself, why am I not taking action? I already have a ton of knowledge, so why am I not taking the steps I need to take to get where I want to go? Maybe you're lacking confidence. Maybe you think the risks are too high right now for you. Maybe your financial situation is too tight, or there's stress coming in your life somewhere else that's holding you back. There's lots of reasons why you're not taking action right now, but you're going to have to take a good look at that and figure it out. Because if you know what these people are saying and you've paid them money, then either you're missing a piece or you're not carefully selecting the training you need. So one of the things I recommend you do is take a look at your gaps, right? What are the gaps you need to fill in? So chances are, a lot of people get distracted and they take courses here and take courses there. You might not be focused enough and really figuring out, okay, here's where I am today, here's where I want to go. There's a gap here and I need to learn how to do this to get there. And then you go find training to fill that gap. Okay, so maybe you're not being focused enough in the kind of coaching, the kind of training that you're taking. So you find yourself being drawn to things that aren't actually helping you or a fit with what you need. Now, as for the part about you could have learned it in a book, I can't speak to all training, but I can speak to our Raising Money workshop. And the only reason we have a live workshop, it's the only live workshop we have. Everything else we have is online training or mastermind kind of coaching programs. The only live workshop we hold is the one to raise money. And we do that because it is something that just cannot be taught online or in a book. It just can't. Because we have you practice, right? We come around the room, we sit with you, we have you practice. We have you practice how to handle objections. Because when somebody tosses questions like, what happens if you die? I'm not sure 50-50 is fair. Well, is my return guaranteed? Are you ready? Can you read a book and get the script, memorize it, and then be ready to deliver it? It doesn't work like that. Right? Most people are going to raise money in a conversation. You need to learn how to control the conversation. And a script won't teach you that. A script is easy to fumble up, right? If I had a script right now that I was following and I made a mistake, I'd stumble, I'd fumble, and I'd probably have to re-record the video, right? And if you're talking to somebody and you have a script and you lose your place or they ask you a question that wasn't in the script, what are you going to do? So you can't learn what we teach in our workshop from a script, from a book, we have an online training, and it's still not as good as face-to-face because you're going to have conversations face-to-face. And if you're doing something weird, you're going to have a really hard time raising money, but you're never going to know why it's happening. And that's why we have an in-person workshop. So I can't speak to all other training courses out there, but for us, it's the only one that we hold live outside of our exclusive in-person masterminds that we do for our higher level coaching clients. Which is a very personal kind of training. It's different. But otherwise, this is the only one because I think a lot of stuff you can learn from reading a book if you're an action taker. And I think a lot of stuff you can learn from online training programs and never have to leave the comfort of your home. But to practice having a conversation and gain confidence, I don't think there's any training better than our workshop. So if that's what you want, I hope we see you there. And if you loved my book, I'd love to see your Amazon review. And if you haven't picked up a copy, what are you waiting for yet? It was hanging out with Dan Brown and Stephen King and the Game of Thrones as #1 best-selling book on Amazon.ca for a couple of days. So you want to check that out, don't you? See you next time.